What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Joe Freshgoods New Balance 990 V4 from the 1998 pack in this intro colorway. Happy New Year everyone, 2024 has just kicked off, but funny enough, I'm reviewing a shoe that actually released back in 2023. So this is the latest Joe Freshgoods and New Balance collaboration, which is nicknamed the 1998 pack, consisting of 3 pairs of the New Balance 990 V4. So all 3 pairs are loosely inspired by the cult classic movie Belly. The film released back in late 1998, and the 3 colorways of this pack draw upon the scenes and the colors of the movie, with this pair being nicknamed the intro colorway. There's the inverse of this, predominantly black with white panels, called the outro colorway, and then there was the Chicago exclusive colorway called Keisha Blue. So I don't know if I missed it when I was trying to do the research on this pair of whether or not there was a specific scene that inspired this colorway, but just from watching the movie, the colors of this shoe remind me of the colors of the lead character Tommy's home. So this pack released via a raffle on Joe Freshgoods website on December 15th, and then there was a follow-up release on the New Balance website on December 22nd. And they retailed for a price of $220 US or $295 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is Marshmallow and Pirate Black, and the style code for this shoe is U990JR4. So this is a black based cardboard box, but it features glow in the dark details, for example on this New Balance branding on the very top lid. And then on the side you can see we have both Joe Freshgoods and New Balance co-branding. And the style of the font itself, it's a very late 90s inspired font which ties back to the whole 1998 theming of the shoe. So as for the shoe itself, this is a made in USA New Balance 990 V4. And the V4 seems like the new flavor of the month when it comes to New Balance silhouettes. We had a large focus on the 990 V3 throughout the past couple years, but I think the V3 has pretty much been retired for the most part. So now we're seeing a lot more V4s on the market. So jumping right into the details of this shoe, starting things off with the toe box, this is covered in this black colored honeycomb style mesh, and then overlaid on top of this on the toe box, we have this white colored patent leather. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this long haired shaggy suede, which is done in more of an off-white or very light gray color, and the same suede covers the eyelets of the sneaker, and then the top 2 eyelets, this is constructed out of TPU in more of a cream color. Underneath this on the mid panel, we have more of that same shaggy long haired suede, and then stitched on top of this we have the New Balance N logo, which is done in this reflective 3M finish in black. Moving downwards, we have more of a combination of that black colored mesh, patent leather, and more of that shaggy suede, and then we have the suede panel surrounding the bottom of the heel, and then pressed onto the lateral side, instead of 990 V4 branding, here we have Joe Freshgoods branding instead. In the middle we have this synthetic layer in cream, along with the semicircle New Balance branding, and then the very top of the heel, this is covered in this white colored 3M layer, and printed within it we have the text 1998, and the style of this font almost looks like the style of font that you'd see on, for example, XXL magazine, which Joe Freshgoods actually drew inspiration from in the promo shots for this campaign, mimicking the iconic cover from 1999 of Murder Inc. And then wrapping around the bottom of the heel, we have a translucent TPU heel clip, which gives you added structure and support for the back end of the shoe. In terms of laces, these come with 2 different lace options. The default lace that they come with is a flat style white lace, but I actually think I prefer the black laces that they come with. It blends in a bit better with the tongue, giving it more of a subtle and sleek look. Underneath this, the tongue is crafted using that same open style mesh that we saw on the toe box, and then running down the top of the tongue, we have this synthetic nubuck layer with New Balance Made in USA branding along with 990 V4 branding underneath. The back of the tongue and the interior liner of the shoe, this is covered in the sail or off-white colored nylon, and then as far as the insoles go, these come with a decently well padded foam lined insole. We have these custom graphics on top, and we have New Balance branding on the left foot and Joe Freshgoods branding found on the right foot. So the upper of the 990 V4 sits atop this foam midsole, which is painted entirely in this cream color. One of the technologies incorporated within this midsole is New Balance's end cap foam, which is a dual density foam setup consisting of a softer EVA core surrounded by a stiffer polyurethane rim, which gives you a good balance of softness with support. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, the outsole here is done in this tonal finish in this cream color. We have this diamond-shaped traction pattern on the forefoot, along with these 3 horizontal slits on the forefoot to give you added flexibility, And then underneath the rubber in the middle, we have this TPU shank plate, which is there to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like any other 990 V4, so I personally prefer to go a half size down from my true size. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and as usual, I got these in a size 9.5. They fit me perfectly. There's about an index finger's width space between the top of the shoe and the top of my toe, and the width gives me zero problems. So to give you guys a point of comparison, I also go a half size down to a 9.5 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 992, 993, 990 V3, V4, V5, and the V6. And in comparison, I go true to size or a size 10 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 2002R, 860 V2, 1906R, and a lot of made in UK models like the 991, 1500, and the 1530. So whatever size you normally wear for most made in USA New Balance shoes, I'd say that's pretty safe to stick with that same size for this pair. But if you're more of a wide footer and you're worried that they're going to be too snug, going true to size will give you a bit extra room lengthwise, but it's not the end of the world. You should still be okay. Moving on to the comfort, so the 990 V4 in my opinion is an extremely comfortable sneaker. Just like the V3 and to a lesser extent the V5, it gives you a good balance of softness and support. So it's one of those sneakers that you can wear for hours and hours on end. If you're going to be on your feet for a long day, I think this is a great option to wear. You can feel some of that squishiness underfoot, but it's never going to feel overly soft, and you're not going to feel the fatigue in the arches in your foot, for example. So if you like more of a well-rounded, supportive sneaker, this is definitely one to consider. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this pair, so first off, material quality I was really happy with. So this is a made in USA New Balance shoe, so my expectations usually are pretty high. So the materials lived up to that expectation, especially the suede that they used. I really like this long-haired shaggy suede. It gives it more of a distinct character. But I had some issues with the overall craftsmanship on this pair. So I hit on both the Joe Freshgoods raffle as well as the New Balance Canada website, and comparing the two sets that I got, they seem to be pretty inconsistent from one another. For example, the heel overlay on the Joe Freshgoods pair was noticeably higher than compared to my New Balance.ca pair, and the overall heights of the shoes seemed a little bit different as well. So it might be just one of those things where ignorance is bliss. If I had only hit on one pair, then I wouldn't have noticed whatsoever. But being able to compare the two pairs side by side, there were some noticeable inconsistencies, which left me kind of questioning the overall quality control of this pair. So let me know in the comment section down below, how was the build, how was the quality on your pairs? Were you happy with the end result, or were there some small issues that kind of bugged you? So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. Overall, I have to say this is a very solid, extremely clean colorway of the New Balance 990 V4. I know some people are saying it's underwhelming, but there's something about this colorway that's obviously very wearable, and it's going to be a very versatile sneaker at the end of the day. Of the three pairs in this 1998 pack, right from the moment I saw the initial images, this intro pair was definitely my favorite. I know the Keisha Blue pair is going for the most money on the secondary market just because it's more of a limited colorway, and while I do like that colorway, it's not worth paying the secondary market prices in my opinion just to get that pair in my collection. I still think the intro pair is the best of the three, so I'm happy with just having one of the three in my collection, simply just because this one is the best of the bunch. But that comes down to personal preference. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Joe Freshgoods New Balance 990 V4 in this intro colorway? How would you rank the three from best to worst? And which of the three were you guys lucky enough to grab for retail? And if you guys struck out, did you pay up the secondary market prices for them? Or it just wasn't worth it for you? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, follow me on Twitter or X at sean.go spelt out, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Happy New Year once again. I'm very excited for 2024. We've already been getting leaks about some of the shoes that are releasing throughout this year, and I'm sure it's going to be another solid year when it comes to sneaker releases. So thank you once again, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.